Well, hello, Leo, and welcome to Mystic Door Tarot. This is Barb with your weekly tarot card reading for April 14th through the 20th, 2025. We will be taking a quick look at the messages and guidance that are coming through for the week ahead. And as always, this reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. And also, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. It's free and it helps my channel grow, and I do very much appreciate it. So with that, let's dive in. Let's get started. And we're first going to see which crystal is being suggested for you for the upcoming week. What does Leo need? Which crystal? And we have diamond. Value your self-worth as you are God's precious gem. Love that. You know how a diamond is formed. It takes a long time and it's very unique and brilliant and beautiful. And that is you, Leo. All right. Let's dive right into the tarot. And I will pull a message from the universe at the end, but like I said, it's a quick reading. The week just truly got away from me with everything that I'm involved with, spiritual-wise. All right. What's coming through for Leo? Messages and guidance for Leo, please. And we have the major arcana card, the Tower. We have the Five of Wands. We have the major arcana card, Justice. So let's start off with those three. And two major arcana cards. Now, that in itself can indicate significant change coming in. But with your first card here being the Tower card, this can really be some significant change. And it can be change that you just don't see coming. Doesn't necessarily need to be something on the negative side, even though the picture, it really throws you for a loop. And that can be in a good way as well. So don't always assume that the Tower is like bad news. It can be something that catches you off guard. It can be opportunities that are coming your way. It can be some kind of breakthrough. Remember, the Star of Hope always follows the Tower card. So however, whatever might be coming your way this week, Leo, the next step is bringing you closer to, your dreams, your goals. And next card we have is the Five of Wands. This is kind of more like friendly competition. It certainly could be that you decide here with the Tower card that you're letting go of something that no longer serves you. You're the one making the significant change. It could be moving. It could be leaving a relationship. It certainly could be in the work environment, especially with the Five of Wands. This is more of a friendlier sign of conflict or competition rather than what the Five of Swords is. So 5 can be a challenging energy. It's some kind of challenge you might have to face this week. And it's in regards to the change that's coming in, whether you are initiating the change or the change is just being thrust upon you. But we do have major arcana card, Justice, and the scales are very balanced. This, I feel, is something that was meant to be. Now, also with the Justice card showing up, it can be some kind of contract, some kind of legal matter, action, arbitration, even a grievance, whether it's against you or you're filing it, it's going to go in your favor. So any kind of anything of a legal nature this week, Leo, it's going to fall in your favor. Things are going to work out as they were meant to be. And so with this change coming in, even though it might be very conflicting to you, very uncertain energy, the 5 energy is one of challenge. It's coming through because it was meant to be. It's part of your life path. So let's see what else is coming out for you, Leo. And you know what? Let me pull some clarifying cards so we can get a little bit before I move on to the next set of your cards here. Let me see. The Tower. Can we clarify the Tower a little bit for Leo? Could be in regards to money or security. There's great changes, don't we know it, with what's going on in the country right now and the world. It's affecting everyone. The next one just fell out. Knight of Wands, clarifying the Five of Wands. So that could be, it's Sagittarius's energy, but this certainly can be you here. This is another indication here with the Knights that it's movement, it's change, it's travel, it's getting going. So it can be in regards to your money, your finances, your investments. The competition is tough. There's conflict here. It's with the tariffs that are being imposed here, it is driving that stock market up and down, up and down. So Four of Pentacles truly kind of narrowed it in as to the significant change that's coming in. Now, there's going to be justice coming in regards to this situation. So things are working out as it was meant to be. Being able to see pretty far down the line, I can say things will work out, but it's pretty nasty going through it. Look at this. Moving on to like a better shore. This is making that decision here. Sorry, some of my cards are really worn. Making a decision to move on, possibly from either where you're living, a relationship again, all those things, take it how it resonates, as I said in the beginning, but you're moving on. This is your mental energies deciding, what to do here. You're taking quick action. A lot of conflict and uncertainty, but you're taking some kind of action this week, Leo. You're putting something into motion with the Six energy. That is kind of a confirmation from the universe you're going in the right direction. And so, of course, always, this is really ringing true now. Value your self-worth. What is it that, you deserve at this time? So now let's see. What else is coming out for Leo for this week? We have the Knight of Swords, quick action again, another Knight. See, there's a lot of movement and change happening this week. And things, this is kind of disappointment that things are not as they used to be. The Three overturned cups is what I'm going to say no more. So it can be a situation has run its course. A project has run its course. They keep giving me that phrase, run its course. So really interesting here. So with this Knight of Swords, this is some kind of idea that maybe is just occurring to you and you're taking swift action. And it's almost like, for some of you, you might be going back and double checking something this week. Because this is kind of going back to the past, but I feel that possibly something that you did or what you're involved in, what you're focused on, you're going back to double check. Excuse me. Unfortunately, I am kind of losing my voice again. So yeah, you're going back, double checking. This could be an idea that you have or something that you want to implement, and you're really you've got the idea, you're rushing into it. Now you've also got the Five of Cups here, and it's a 5 energy again, as we had with the Five of Wands. A bit of a conflict, a challenge. You're letting go of what I'm just going to say no longer serves you. And it could be something that you really enjoyed. It could have been a person in a relationship. You might be actually moving away from where you're currently living, and that's leaving people behind. So the main thing that I'm getting as soon as I turn this over, the message was, something has come to an end. Something will never be again. It won't be the same again, is what I'm picking up. So Leo, there's something this week that you're really moving on to, this energy here. You're moving on to calmer shores, new beginnings. And, if you look at the people's faces in here, yeah, they're a little bit nervous, but you're still going to do it. Now, these 2 upright cups are 2 options, 2 opportunities that all you got to do is turn around and you're going to see that's going to get you, up over the bridge and into the home in the background, onto maybe a new home, a better place to work, just better things in general. So we might as well clarify these 2 cards, and then I will pick the final card. So Knight of Swords here. Can we clarify the Knight of Swords? What might we be going back and double checking on? Ooh, something from the past, definitely. Maybe double checking that I'm almost picking up, especially with the Justice card showing up, to make sure that the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted. This can be in regards to money, finances, a contract maybe with someone. And it could also be maybe going back to something from the past. It could be maybe a job you had in the past, maybe a relationship you had in the past. So you're kind of going back and double checking one last time is what I'm picking up. So that's a message for some Leos out there. All right, and we've got the 5 of Cups, and we had the Queen of Swords fall out. So coming to the reality that something is indeed over. It's never going to be the same again. Take it how it resonates for you, Leo, but not to worry, because you do have 2 new upright cups, which represents options, opportunities, paths forward, you might say. All right, let's take a look. Last card for this set. And what's the last message here for Leo for the week ahead? Ooh, you're really having to think about it. That is kind of like putting off a decision, kind of sitting on the bench, but you've already got the 5 of Swords, so you're already been thinking about what you need to do. And so that is traveling, making that decision and traveling, to better shores, you might say, a better future. There might be someone in your past that you might want to take along with you. So let's clarify this last card, the 2 of Swords. That is indecision, kind of putting a pause because of something that you want to go back and double check. Now, it doesn't have to be relationships. It could be anything that you're kind of putting on pause before you move forward. Double checking on something. And the Page of Pentacles. This could be in regards to some money, maybe that someone has possibly you loan money to. This is some kind of news, or you're thinking about, it could be a new job. With it being Pentacles, this could be something for your health and well-being. It can be certainly in regards to the change that's coming in. So you've got a new idea going forward, and you might want to see if someone wants to go along for the ride. There's some new opportunities here. You're starting to see things with clarity. And with the Page of Pentacles, clarifying your final message of indecision, you've got some kind of new idea that you're pondering over this week, and it might take you all week long to decide if you want to jump in. All right, Leo, let's look at the final message here, messages from the universe, but these are all messages from the universe. But I love this deck because it usually says something that's very profound and needed at the time. All right, let's see. All right, try not to dwell on the past or spend too much time worrying about the future. All it does is steal your joy and sense of inner peace. Concentrate on the here and now and enjoy every moment for what it is. You are creating new memories. All right, Leo, that's the messages for the week ahead. Thank you so much for joining me. Sending you love and abundance.